So here's what we're going to do. I just saw a post and I do some fractional CMO stuff, which is like chief marketing officer. I help some people with some marketing. And I want to share a graphic thanks to one of my prior guests on the Real Estate Marketing Implementation Podcast. He shared this post and I saw it. And I just want to use this to drive a point. Make sure you go check out the episode by Kurt Euler on the Real Estate Marketing Implementation Podcast. Okay, so here we go. What you're seeing on my screen is you're seeing a graphic. This graphic represents every minute of the day, what's happening out there on in the digital space, right? So here's what we're doing, right? You can see my graph moving. We get 3.67 million YouTube videos watched. We get 4,000 people reading Yelp reviews. 174 apps downloaded, 16.2 million texts sent. Jesus Christ, right? We're in the millions for a lot of these things. I'm not going to sit here and read it all. You can see the graph yourself, but there's so much information out there. And the post, let me see if I can scroll out a little bit. I do think it's a good point of what Kurt is saying in this post. The influence of the economy and numbers in a single internet minute. How do you stand out, right? These numbers are more than just statistics. They represent the vast ocean of content. How do we cut through this noise, right? How do we cut through that noise? And in my opinion, Kurt says by delivering unparalleled value. I absolutely agree with this 100%, but I like to go deeper, right? Like if you see all of that activity, right? If I go back here, you see all of that activity that takes place every day. Jesus Christ, it's a lot of information. It's a lot of data out there. How do you stand out, right? And if you don't know by now, I'm a huge proponent of different ways that you stand out. I have what's called the inside of my book, Fast Client Attraction. We talk about this in detail. I'm going to share it with you now, right? So I have what's called the FITS method, right? The ITS method, impressions that stick. Right? How do you make impressions that stick? And one of the ways that you do that is by not doing what everyone else is doing. And one of the things that everyone else is doing is they're doing all of this online stuff, right? You can see how crowded it is based on the graphic that I showed you, right? How do you fight through all? It's a lot of information. And I tell people all the time, I used to be a inbox zero person, meaning I didn't used to let my inbox fill up. But now things have become so overwhelming. I just let it because it's too much, right? So one of the ways that you stand out and you get your message delivered is by going offline and doing some different stuff, being different than everyone else out there, right? And one of those differences includes, having like a book. Right? Having a book so you can make a difference, right? All the information, and you can like take your information, you can take your expertise, and you can put it into a book for your customer or your prospect, right? So that's one of the ways that you stand out. And I wanted to talk about that because I wanted to show you, right? If I go back here, that's a lot of data that you're seeing there, right? That people have to fight through. And that's every minute it says this is what's happening and taking place every minute. It's this much content going out, right? I just did a post. I just did a content post on my Facebook right before I did this, but like people are posting constantly and consistently, right? I just did a post here, Robert Kiyosaki. I'm here with Robert Kiyosaki. I just made that post and I'm posting like consistently and other people are posting consistently. And that's a lot of data that we're seeing out there. So I wanted to bring that up and I wanted you to think about this. Makes it even more essential that you separate yourself and you stand out compared to everyone else out there. Okay. So that's one thing that I wanted to emphasize. Now, the next thing I wanted to do was I wanted to show you the FITS strategy, but I can't find it inside of my book because I'm doing this on the fly. But just wanted to talk about that, man. The bottom line that I want to emphasize here is in marketing, in business, what you're trying to do is you're trying to separate yourself from everyone else out there, right? all of that data, that vast amount of information that you're seeing out there. And the best way to do that is to be different than everyone else out there, right? So I'm not saying that you exclude some of these other things that you saw on the screen. What I'm saying is you want to make sure that you are being different, you're showing up different than everyone else. And having a book allows you to do that, because now you can reach people offline. You can deliver what they need to understand without fully overwhelming them in a way where they don't know what to do, what the next step is, etc. So I appreciate you watching, and go make a difference. Go be different than everyone else out there. You see, there's so much data out there. You can see it on the screen. So don't be like everyone else. Just wanted to make that video really quickly, and I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the inside. Bye-bye.